brought to you by Nebco.
Wait, I got to say it before we go. LeBron's performance is easier to replace than Steph and Joker, but Joker was the best. I tend to agree with that. I think in the times that it matter, that's why you see, like you say, that's how you know Steph is who he is, because this is where you see LeBron consistent. You talk about consistent.
Yeah.
This is why I can't be mad at him, because over the consistency of his career, that's who he's been.
Yeah.
He really had, when it matters, it's Dwayne Wade. When it matters, it was
Kyrie.
You know what I'm saying? You don't really see those types of consistent in the big stage. Now you'll see it in regular season or whatever. You don't see it on a Kobe level. You don't see it on a Jordan level. You don't see it on a consistent basis. And that's where, I mean, he's been who he's going to be, but he was consistently good. And so I can't fight you on that. I can say I understand, but it's debatable.
And I think it's a testament to, again, that Team USA's biggest strength is the depth.
Yeah.
That you had two of the top three guys when it comes to MVP voting or chances. And that's probably why they ended up taking home, their fifth straight gold now.
Yeah.
And that's probably the testament right there.
Yeah. Thanks, Corbett.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the rest of you. Jordan P, Huskers P, Ryan in Nashville, Ham and Beans, all you guys, Thomas on Facebook as well for chiming in. We're going to go to break. When we get back, we're going to dive into some college football. We're going to start with who are the three most important teams in college football this season. The three most important teams to tell the story of college football. We want your thoughts. 402-464-5685. That's our text line, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We would also take them on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, with our stream brought to you by Sartor Heyman as well. We'll go to break, some college football when we get back to On the Block. Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
In dealing with the high interest rates, it's very important that you get as much bang for the buck. And that's what our Remington Homes is all about.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, whether you want painted trim or other upgrades. Those are all options with our Remington Homes. If you're looking for more affordability and streamlined, you're probably better off with a Remington home. People get into homes that didn't think they could get into a home. A good product for the right price in budget.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping. Thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Still using that old, outdated office phone system? You need better. At Hamilton, we offer solutions for the modern office. Whether you have an office full of staff or your employees work remotely and are on the go, seamless call handling is important. Elevate your communication and connect seamlessly with clients and staff with Hamilton Business Phone Systems. Choose better and hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Announcing Acres end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A+ support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yes. It is Monday. It ain't manic for me. Stricky is excited. Glad to be in the building today with my boy Austin Orman for another great day of On the Block. Thank you guys for being on the block with us today. All the blockheads, we appreciate you guys. Sauter Heyman text line is always open and busy. Thank you guys for the wonderful question that you threw out on the last segment, because I wanted to get into that, Austin. I mean, because me and Austin communicate regularly. And I had thrown that out there to him. I didn't throw it out there maybe to make it a full segment, but just to kind of have a thought process on it. And, we might dig into it, pause, if, it kind of gotten a time frame for us to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. But I think this is interesting right now, Austin, because I'm truly excited about college football. And my gosh, how time is just like as fast as the 100-meter dash that just happened in Paris. Like, I feel like I'm at the tape. I'm leaning. I'm going for the goal, because that's what it feels like right now. How fast the freaking football season. It felt like the dead period was not dead.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we've gone through that dead period where we're like, wait a minute,
what are we gonna talk about,
bruh? We're sitting here, bruh. We've been there, and it didn't feel like that this time. It just felt like it just kind of nice, smooth transition, and then wait a minute, a couple weeks, right down the road. So anyway, we're gonna talk about this segment here, and we want you guys to be involved. 402-464-5685 as well, or you can get into the stream, but we're going to get into who are three most important teams in college football this season. Maybe the reasons why. What is it about them? What do you think they have to offer to the sport? Is it a championship-ridden team? Is it because of the playoffs? There's a lot of different ways you can go with it, but ultimately, Austin, what is it about these three teams that we're going to come up with right now that is most intriguing for you?
I picked three teams, and they're all in here for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to start with what I would rank 3 or what I would rank 1?
3.
Number 3 for me is going to be the Group of 5 champion.
That's what I was thinking.
Whoever it is, whether it's my man, whether it's Boise, Liberty, Memphis, someone else.
Yeah.
The reason I think the Group of 5 champ is one of the 3 most important teams in college football this year, Strick, is because of the new 12-team playoff. They're not going to get a good seed.
Mm-hmm.
If that team gets a top 4 seed, something has gone drastically wrong with the other conferences. So they're already, behind the 8 ball in their seeding. If the Group of 5 champ gets blown out, gets embarrassed in the college football playoff, it's only going to speed up the breakaway from the top teams. We didn't want them. You made us drag them along. Look, we don't need them. They're just here to get run over. That's why I love the idea of Boise State having a good season and recreating some of its magic from 10, 15 years ago. Pulling off a long run, shocking a blue blood like they did against Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
Because I think it's good for the sport of college football that the group of 5 champion is included. And I just worry that the power brokers at the top of the sport aren't concerned about that they're so concerned about maximizing revenue, maximizing profit, and what have you, that if the group of 5 champion gets steamrolled, doesn't put up a fight, they're, borderline top 25, only in the college football playoff rankings because someone has to be. We already know how fast college sports is changing.
Yeah.
I worry that a bad playoff showing or even a bad regular season leading to a bad playoff showing by the group of 5 champ just accelerates the path we're on even more.
Accelerates the path towards conference domination.
The 2.
You've got the 2 big boys with the twisted sister and the time is with the twisted sisters.
Yeah.
ACC and
Big 12.
The Big 12. Those are the And you're absolutely right, because we can even take it back to when Cincinnati. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think the one that maybe could have made a difference because of the way that they played in their bowl game was the UCF team.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably one that should have been. So this is what happens. You overcompensate, right? You have a team that, like a UCF, that they probably should have put in, don't, miss the mark, get a bunch of backlash, and then you have a Cincinnati step up, and then they're just not on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
And you've always had it with Boise. They would beat the brakes off of people and just not necessarily get to that big one. But you don't want it to be a blowout or a bad game, like you said. And I think ultimately the playoff system hopefully will work those things out. Hopefully you will find one that will break through and at least get a first game victory every now and then, or that's what you're hoping. But I don't know. I just think here's what my assessment, and we're going to move on. I really do, Austin, think that NIL is ultimately going to be the downfall of what the group of 5 teams, group of 6, group of 5,
still 5. I guess the Pac-12 still hanging on.
Right. So
group of 5 plus
group
2.
of 5, right? I think that's going to be ultimately the downfall. I just don't think they're going to be able to compete when you have a whole swath of talent just being amassed in some of these other places. I just don't think they're going to be able to hold up. So that's where what's number 2?
Number 2 for me, closer to home, the Missouri Tigers. And this is
interesting.
A potential model for Nebraska. Can smaller profile, lesser successful teams climb up one of the 2 toughest conferences?
Can they? Are you asking me that question, or are you saying?
This year is going to be the test. Can they? Here's what Missouri's done since they joined the SEC. So back in 2012, 5-7, win a Cotton Bowl, win a Citrus Bowl, 12-2, 11-3. Under 500, back-to-back bowl games that you lost with 7 and 8 wins. 2 more bowl-less seasons in 2019 and 2020. 6-6, 6-6, 11-2. Not a high-profile team in Missouri. Really popped back onto the scene last year. Got to the top 10, finished ranked in the top 10. Missouri,
real quick,
yeah.
Are they the Nebraska of the Big Ten, of the SEC?
No, because they don't have the history. But yes, in that they came into a new conference,
right,
and it was kind of rocky. Right, Missouri is shaky. Exactly. Missouri hasn't exactly lit the SEC on fire. They've had more success in the SEC than Nebraska's had in the Big Ten at the conference level, to be fair. But Missouri kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. Just an average program that really popped up last year.
What did they have?
Great running game, solid enough quarterback, and a surprisingly
it was scrappy. Right, they were just scrappy.
Mm-hmm. But they found the right head coach, I think.
There you go.
6-6, 6-6, 10-2 regular seasons.
That part.
Or I guess 5-5 in the 2020 season and COVID for Drinkwitz. But it looks like Missouri found the right coach. And this is college athletics. That can change just like that. But if Missouri can do it, SEC outskirts, very little history to go off of. All you have to do is find the right coach and get the right players and the right development in place.
Yeah, the development
and Missouri
for him is
can be the model that, hey, you're not screwed if you join a bigger conference. It is still possible for anyone in the middle to hire the right coach, to get the right systems in place, and step by step work your way up.
The development is going to be key because let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Missouri doesn't have facilities and all the stuff that a Nebraska does, but yet they can compete on that level.
Mm-hmm.
This is why it's been so disappointing, right? I don't even think they have the money that they have. So they're doing it by way of development. They're
Mm-hmm.
doing it by way of buy-in, and they're doing it just, like you said, by great coaching.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I think Nebraska, if they're not going to be able to compete within, they're going to have to do it with that model. So I like your assessment. Give me number one.
Number one, and Ohio State Buckeyes. They have the old system of recruiting down. Been at the top of those rankings for a while or near the top. Seems like they got the new system of recruiting down with the transfer portal and with NIL. Are they the model for how to recruit in this day and age? Are they the Big Ten team?
They seem to always get them.
Right. Are they the Big Ten team that's going to carry the standard?
Yeah.
I don't think Michigan is, right? I think there's a lot of conversation around Michigan and how they won last year that's valid. To me, Ohio State is probably the Big Ten's best hope consistently of breaking up the SEC, dominance over national championships. I'm not rooting for it. I don't love the Buckeyes.
You overlooking Oregon?
Maybe. We'll see. But I think Ohio State's a bigger story because of how they've lost to Michigan, the fact that it was Michigan that beat them, the fact that Ohio State has been so consistently close to national championships and just fallen short to Georgia a couple times, right? Clemson back in the day as well. It's a big year for Ohio State. And I think that with Alabama in turmoil, we'll see what's going on at Georgia. I think for the Midwest, teams west of the Mississippi, Ohio State's going to be the program that a lot of teams want to build after. But do they have the history? Do they have the facilities? Do they have everything to do it? I don't know. I just think Ohio State's a huge team this year.
Is Penn State, and this is the last question, in 402-464-5685, if you feeling me, is Penn State the Cinderella of the Big Ten? And I'm not talking about the one with the glass slippers where the mouse are turn into the guys that are the chauffeurs and the pumpkin turning into, no, I'm not. I'm talking about when she's the washing and taking care of the stepsisters,
Mm-hmm.
which is Oregon, Ohio State, and let's just say Michigan right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Are they the Cinderella? And I'm talking about understand what she hasn't put on the slippers yet.
Nope. Ain't seen that Prince Charming.
Because they keep getting pushed to the forefront and those white uniforms keep looking like the Cowboys.
Ooh.
Cowboys in trouble. They in trouble.
Hey, guess where Micah Parsons went to college?
Penn State.
And guess where he plays now?
And they're shaky.
Guess where he plays now?
We're going to get out of here, though. We're going to come back. What else we got?
Couple things from the text line real quick. Big B says, I think they're definitely a sleeper team that could be dangerous if you let them hang around late. 3834 says, as much as I don't like them, Kansas, a real threat in this year's Big 12 conference.
Hey, great coaching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if we would have got him and we missed our role,
yep,
I would have been okay with that.
Yeah.
I think he's a good coach.
I think he's a great coach.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah. Text line, appreciate you guys as always. We're going to go to break. When we get back, Florida International making some headlines down there in Dade County. Pitbull bought the naming rights to their stadium. We're going to get into that to wrap up hour one of On the Block.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Still using that old, outdated office phone system? You need better. At Hamilton, we offer solutions for the modern office. Whether you have an office full of staff or your employees work remotely and are on the go, seamless call handling is important. Elevate your communication and connect seamlessly with clients and staff with Hamilton Business Phone Systems. Choose better and hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Play ball! Looking for the ultimate change-up from the typical family nights? How about a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers? Then unleash the fun at Haymarket Park with an action-packed, thrilling season of Salt Dogs baseball. Choose from 50 home games now through August with daily and weekly specials your whole pack can enjoy, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the magic and the excitement. Strike three, you're out! Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today. Unleash the fun.
Announcing Acres' end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A+ support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Truck Month is back. We have absolutely gigantic savings right now at Koppel. They are offering $12,500 off on select new pickups. That is not a mistake. You heard right. $12,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G356093 must trade.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Are you a healthy non-smoker? Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, is seeking people like you, 19 to 64 years old with excess weight, to take part in a research study. You could earn up to $22,500 for participation. This study includes 1 10-night stay, 5 2-night stays, 1 one-night stay, and 17 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/dub or call 8662-13-2965.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Dale! Pitbull has his name on Florida International's stadium. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that Pitbull or Bulldog?
That was a Bulldog.
Okay. Well, Florida International is also the Panthers, so I don't quite get the matchup here unless Pitbull is changing his name to Panther.
Oh, I thought, I'm sorry.
We good?
They're just coming out. It's just, I'm sorry.
You got that dog in you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, it's over with. Little Chihuahua. That's all right. No dogs in here. Well, there is one.
But there's one dog. Dog. All caps.
Let's go.
Here's
Pitbull,
the details.
Yeah.
Pitbull, the quote-unquote official entrepreneur of FIU athletics. He creates an FIU anthem, special song, okay? He gets to use the stadium for 10 days per year.
To do
his own
concerts?
Suite. We'll see about that.
I mean, why
2
not?
suites for all football games.
Halftime shows?
And a Pitbull-affiliated performer at all games.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody that's connected to him either under his... I mean, listen, and I heard he got 2 suites. Is that right? 2 suites?
Every
Man,
football game.
Bro, listen.
$1.2 million per year for all that.
Well, that's a tax write-off, right?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're...
so when did we get Eric
This
Strick
is the
on court?
thing. You weren't here because we did, I think we did talk about this briefly. But it's you... If you're a team like that or Florida Atlantic, it doesn't matter. Georgia Southern, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care who you are. You've got to figure out a way to tap in.
Shoot, if you're Vandy and you're in Nashville,
right?
Why not?
Right? Like
if you're Syracuse and you can tap into the New York scene, I don't know, Michigan State and Detroit.
Yeah, if you can just find, and it doesn't even always have to be a celebrity.
No,
it doesn't always.
No,
I mean, you can. I don't. I mean, it'll probably have to be someone like, can draw the crowd,
right?
If it came down to it. But could you imagine going in there and then Pitbull for a halftime show performing one of his top classics? That'd be pretty cool, though. Like it would. It'd be pretty cool. And I think they've got to be creative. They've got to figure out ways to generate NIL money because everybody's going to have it on their budget.
1.2 mil isn't a lot in this
no.
day and age of college athletics, but it's more than they would have had. I think it's cool because obviously we know Pitbull, Mr. 305 from Miami. I don't know what his affiliation is with Florida International before this. I just think it's cool that he's local and he's choosing to do this. Right? I think it's huge for that program.
Question. Yeah. Go ahead. Finish.
That's all I got.
Do you think like YouTube streamers or influencers would be like, or no? What do you guys think? 402-4645. Like, I don't know where he's at. And I'm just throwing this out here. But I know like Aiden Ross, like Trump went on there to Aiden Ross and it like broke streaming records, right? I know that Kamala tried to get streamers to do some of the same stuff. Do they have an influence to where like if they're connected or in the city or tied to or have affiliation with or sister that goes to, like, would that be value added to throw streaming? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to be creative in my mind, like trying to figure out, just seeing how like all the people and the interest they generate. Like there's this one streamer, I think he went overseas and he literally had to call the cop. I can't remember his name. Please forgive me. And I know Sauter Heyman text line, you probably will know because you guys are that good. But he went overseas and he told everybody he's going because he's a streamer, he's a live streamer, and he goes into a department store and he has to call the police just to get him out because in other situations in other countries he's going. I mean, he's popular in other countries, right? And he goes into these other countries. That's his name?
Apparently.
Speed. Okay, thank you guys. I know you guys always know. You guys are great. I just throw it out there and you guys are on it. Speed. And they were like taking stuff off of him and they were, grabbing him and like he couldn't even like get out of it. He had to call the police. That's what I'm saying. That type of popularity, is it something that they could do? Like go into the stadium and live stream and just do some stuff? I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
I think it'd be a fascinating gambit to take. I mean, there's so few people that could pull that off, right? The ones that I think could have would be like the Paul brothers, and they're more YouTubers than streamers. But obviously, they're kind of transitioning out of that. Jake has his own boxing career and whatnot.
Throw it out there. Who
Axel
you guys?
Foley says Mr. Beast.
Okay.
Might have a bowl game soon. He's worldwide popular. Even a guy like Ninja.
Ninja, right?
Potentially.
Like,
but I think it's
who's good at sports? Like, could you go in there and do like an NCAA stream?
I don't know.
And just invite people? I mean, I don't know. It would be pretty cool.
Well, it's just so different too, because I think we're still really having our eyes opened up to the power and the impact of streamers. Whereas like Pitbull isn't, A-list anymore, but he has been. People know his name. He's been around for so long, where streaming just feels like it's so
it's organic
temporary.
though, right?
Well, it's organic, but it also feels temporary. Like one day you're here, the next you're gone.
Right.
It feels niche. So I think if that's the audience you want to hit, right? I think the younger demographics, absolutely. You try doing something with a streamer, but I don't think they're going to try to hit that younger demographic, because those are just the ones that are going to, watch on your stream and maybe have their parents buy a jersey. That's not the big money. That's not where you reel them in.
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
Just trying to be creative. Throwing it out there.
Let's go to break. Let's get back to some other college football conversations. We had the 3 most important teams for college football. Who are the 3 most important college football players in year of our Lord 2024? He's Strick. I'm Austin. We want your answer to that question as well. Join us at 402-464-5685. Oh, someone throws out Travis Hunter, Stricky.
What about him being what?
Being a streamer too.
Travis Hunter, like from
Colorado.
Colorado?
Like yeah.
I mean, I think they do a good job as a whole of generating. And there's a conversation that people can have there with what Dion had just recently put out, and some may not like it and some may, but yeah, it's a wild statement. But that's how they generate clicks and views and interest and watch. But they're good at it already as a program. Do you think others, and we got to go, but do you think others should follow suit in a similar manner, putting tags on their players so that you know who they are, like their X handles, and doing different promos with them, giving insight? I don't know.
Let's have that conversation after break. I think we can dive into that for a little bit before we get to the other important players as well. Next on the block.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping. Thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready mixed concrete, Husker concrete, and Beatrice concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $25.60 per hour, which grows to $30.12 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $34.51 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacations for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk commitment. And what better way to do that than with some shiny, sparkly jewelry? Am I right? Now, I'm not suggesting you have to rush, but if you're considering making a significant move, do your planning. We offer financing and payment plans. Lock down your selection with confidence. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
In dealing with the high interest rates, it's very important that you get as much bang for the buck. And that's what our Remington Homes is all about.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, whether you want painted trim or other upgrades. Those are all options with our Remington Homes. If you're looking for more affordability and streamlined, you're probably better off with a Remington home. People get into homes that didn't think they could get into a home. A good product for the right price in budget.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
Right, Matt Rule wants to be there. He wants to develop them. He wants to have coaches that have their hands on, are molding them and shaping them. And to your point, giving them the drills, giving them the tools to succeed. But I think Matt Rule is saying at the end of the day, the coaches can't want it more than the players.
Yeah.
The coaches
Because they can't
hold
get out
their
there and do
hand
nothing
on the field.
Yeah, they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Hour 2 of the show. We're diving back into college football. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you. 19 days and counting from kickoff between the Huskers and the Miners. UTEP Miners. Looking forward to that. We'll bring you all sorts of coverage, all sorts of thoughts between now and then. But Stricky, you left us off with a good question, I think, at the end of last hour. Colorado's marketing strategy, at least for its players, right? They have their handles, their social media handles on the back of their jerseys. Is Colorado the only program that could pull it off? Is Colorado best positioned to do it? Are other teams missing an opportunity?
I just had to laugh because I was just looking at the breakdancing part of the Olympics.
Oh my gosh.
And the Australian
ray gun. Yeah.
I'm sorry. that was they said that was the Temu version of breakdancing. No, anyway. Okay, I'm off of it. I think there's some potential innovative ways in which they've gotten ahead of ways in which to market their players, to position their players for brand deals. Because I think what they're doing is setting their players up and putting their players in position potentially for things like your girl, Livy Dunn. You understand what I'm saying?
My girl?
Yeah. Oh, you married.
Happily.
Yeah, that's right.
Happily.
But stuff like that. Like that normally just happens on self-promotion, but it seems as if they're doing it by way of team promotion and putting their players out there and making it available for opportunities to do different things like that. So it's more monetary potential opportunities outside of us. So if I'm the coach, I don't know. This is the best way I can explain it.
Take us, Coach Stricky.
So if I'm the coach, right? If I'm Deion Sanders or somebody in similar manner like him, even Coach Hoiberg, I can recruit that. I can tell a player, listen, we may not be able to give you all the NIL money that you're looking for up front. Yeah, I get it. I've been a player. I understand marketing. Matter of fact, I have Aflac commercials and I get that. But that's what we're going to do for you here is we're going to position you for brand opportunities by putting you out there and promoting you and putting you in spaces to where you can be available and open and visible for these types of opportunities. We can't guarantee it, but we use one thing that's for sure is you're going to be seen. And look, but here's the thing. Some people may not like that. Some of us our listeners may not agree with that. Some people may think that's crash or it's whack or whatever your term for it is. But then there's another half of people, just like some people don't agree with politics. Some people don't like this in politics, and some people don't like that in politics. And you got to take a Jordan mentality sometimes because not everybody agrees. Because guess what? There's a social media group out there that loves that. There's another group out there that thinks that's innovative. And you may win in that space. And so that's why I'm saying, I don't know. I think they were getting ahead of it before this all really started really coming to a head. I think it's just another way. You know what I mean? I think it's just another avenue to put young men and even young women in a space to where they can generate revenue for themselves.
I don't think it hurts anything, especially if it's practice jerseys. I wonder what would have a bigger impact, putting the names on the back of the jerseys like Colorado does, or if you just tag the athletes and everything that they're posted in. If you post a picture of an athlete, what if you just tag them? They don't have to have their jersey on, the name on their jersey or anything like that. Tag the player on social media. It's very easy to see who's getting tagged and who's not if someone is getting tagged. So
there's another level of that, though.
There is. Go for it.
The other level is they're doing promotions regularly. You have Well Off Media. They have about, I think, 3 or 4 media companies that give you daily insights to them on a regular basis. So at practice and so forth, it's very open. It seems like we just hear Rule just did a close. He did a close.
A close practice minus Coach Osborne.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying there's another means as to why they probably do it that way, because there's a little bit more visibility in these spaces than normal.
Right. I like the idea more of when Scott Frost was here, he put the players' zip codes or area codes on their helmets, and then those got taken away. I like that idea too, because it's more, hey, this is where I come from. This is who, got me here. but that's not the day and age. It's not the era we live in anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't hate the idea of posting the handles and the tags on the back of jerseys, but I don't know. It just still feels a little bit weird. Maybe just I'll have to get used to it.
Yeah. It is kind of, I mean, I thought it felt weird, but like it's weird with some programs didn't even have a name on their jerseys.
Right.
And then
the
people
Yankees
started
still don't.
putting them and then it felt weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What for a while, Indiana didn't they? Who was
right? I don't think they did.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
There's teams for a while that's
Mhm.
like, nah, it's about the team. But everything with change, it always feels weird. Like, for example, when you are used to having hair and you have to go bald, or I'm talking about, you have long hair and then you cut it short. Women too.
Mhm.
Women that have long hair that was down to their back and all of a sudden they go with the shortcut, to them it looks weird initially, and then you get used to it.
Right.
So it could be this is a get used to it phase. Oh,
I feel. A few important players, right? We did the 3 important teams, 3 important players now. Stricky, I got all quarterbacks on my list. I didn't mean to do this, but it's just kind of the way it worked out, and I think they make sense for different
I have
reasons.
one quarterback.
Okay. Who's your quarterback?
I mean, the one for me is Shedeur Sanders.
Ooh, okay.
And the reason being is there's so much hype. There's so much expectation. You were garbage. You weren't garbage, but if you're the leader of your team and your team is garbage, you're garbage.
You're garbage.
Right? And there's a lot of talk. And
You've heard of guilty by association. This is garbage
right, by association. And so when you look at it from that standpoint, I think, there's going to be a lot of eyes. There's going to be a lot of scrutiny. There's going to be a lot of that's going to come with that. So let's put him and Travis Hunter 1A, 1B.
I like it.
For them too.
The first 3 quarterbacks that the 3-person list, and I have 3 in my first spot here. Drew Aller, Jackson Dart, Cade Klubnik. I don't know how many of those 3 teams end up making the playoff, but you can talk me into all 3 of them having a shot if their quarterbacks are better. Penn State has had the defense. They lose their DC. He's the head coach at Duke. It was Manny Diaz. They bring in Tom Allen, who was the head coach at Indiana. Part ways with their offensive coordinator. Bring in Andy Kotelnicki from Kansas, who was really innovative for the Jayhawks. But more even than those guys, I think it comes down to Drew Aller for Penn State. Is he Christian Hackenberg? Is he Trace McSorley? Is he Sean Clifford? Who is he? If he's good, Penn State can make the playoff. If he's middle of the road or fine, it's going to be a struggle. Same for Jackson Dart. Strick, this is the most hype Ole Miss has had in forever.
Yeah.
I mean, probably since some of the early college football playoff rankings when it was them in Mississippi State with, Dak at Mississippi State and the whole crew that Ole Miss had. There's a lot of pressure on Jackson Dart, right? I think that Ole Miss is kind of Penn State of the SEC. It's been their year for a couple of years now. They haven't delivered against the biggest teams on their schedule. And then Cade Klubnik at Clemson. A lot of discourse, a lot of conversation as it relates to Clemson this year. The ACC is up for grabs, in my opinion. I don't think the SEC is, but I think Dart can be good enough to help Ole Miss, grabbing that large spot.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason Clemson can't win the ACC, but Cade Klubnik has a lot of work to do. He really had to get in the lab this offseason, and Dabo has to be right about him. Plain and simple, he has to. There's not really a clear succession plan if Cade Klubnik isn't the guy for Clemson at this point this year. If Cade Klubnik is good, Clemson's in the college football playoff, they'll be an annoying opponent to face because they've been in the playoff situation before. But again, just like Aller, if he's middle of the road or worse, there's going to be some real tough conversations around Clemson, South Carolina.
I've got a player, but this player, and this is just kind of I'm the man of wishful thinking. This is what I am. And this is why I say this. Could there be a Princely Umamenyelin reunion at Nebraska? Say Nebraska goes nuts and just surprises everybody. And Princewell goes buck wild.
That's your boy. You're ready for him this year.
I like him, man.
Yeah.
And then his brother, and they freaking blow the low pause and don't get it done. down in Ole Miss. And then he's looking up at his brother and he's like, boy, what a tandem we could be on the edge.
I don't know, man.
I'm the man of wishful thinking. I don't know. I'm just because look, that young fella had 7 sacks last year, 11 and a half tackles for losses, super athletic. Whew, man. I know he transferred to Ole Miss, but golly, I wish get back in the portal, my boy. Let's go.
If he doesn't go pro, his first year was 2020. So I believe he has COVID eligibility. So I think it's on the table.
He might go. Yeah, he might be going.
If he has a good enough year,
he might be out of there.
Also, very smart move to get out of Florida.
Very smart.
Very smart move.
Agreed.
Job well done. Hey, Eric on the text line's hating.
Hey, what?
He says, Strick, man, that singing has got to go.
My singing sucks. Listen, bro.
It doesn't have to go.
God knew. Because he said, I'm going to give you some athletic ability, my boy. But if I gave you this, you would be on stage at every, what do they call when people be doing the thing? Karaoke.
Karaoke, yeah.
I'd be up there like Jodeci thinking I'm singing. So he knew. He's like, nah, I'm just going to tone you down. Let's stay in your lane. Don't be shaky.
Yeah.
And I'm just singing it because you might not get it.
Because you like to sing.
If you don't hear the tone of it. Well, the tone is terrible, but you understand what I'm saying.
Tone is fine. Pitch is
horrible.
Pitch is pitching. Little pitching.
So here's the thing. And I bet you can't sing either. So why are you telling me? No, I'm just playing. Dylan Edwards.
Interesting. I like that one. Mm-hmm.
Dylan Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
When you lose what you lost, the combo, then you've got all of this turmoil going on around you, and you still are the guy that's that shiny thing on the hill. I'm hoping he does, but remember, and then running backs aren't as
Dylan Edwards at Kansas State or Donovan Edwards at Michigan?
Oh, Donovan.
Okay.
Donovan Edwards.
Okay.
Sorry, wrong one.
All good.
Donovan Edwards. That's the one for me.
I like that. That's a good one. I'm going to go somewhere else with Michigan. Mason Graham.
Okay.
I think he was a top 5 freaks guy for Bruce Feldman of The Athletic. Huge nose tackle. Think maybe Jordan Davis of Georgia probably isn't the best comparison, but in terms of impact, he's an impactful guy. Because Michigan lost so much on offense, right? Not just the number of guys, but who they lost on offense. Because they're breaking in a new quarterback, Donovan Edwards is going to have a lot expected of him, but I think there's even more expected of the Michigan defense. And I think Mason Graham's the best player on that defense there in the middle. So I like where you went with Michigan. Give me Jalen Milroe, too, at Alabama.
You have a belief in
gone. That. Milroe comes back, right? He enters the portal, jumps out when DeBoer gets there. Alabama's also a team to watch this year. They can afford a down year for them or two as DeBoer gets his systems, his processes implemented. But Jalen Milroe can be the bridge guy between eras. Be the last guy for Saban, be the first guy for DeBoer, and keep Alabama, near the top of the sport. Alabama not being in the top 4 is a weird spot for them in preseason. Milroe's good. I don't know if he's better or worse than Jalen Hurts.
Big arm.
Big arm, good, solid runner. I'm not fully sold on him, but he improved as the year went along.
Yeah.
I just think he's important because it'll tell me a lot about where Alabama is and where Alabama could go after him if he's good.
I have one player that I absolutely fell in love with. He's not going to be, he's my, what is it called? Honorable mention. This is my honorable mention player.
Okay.
But I'm keeping an eye on him. And I watched him run with reckless abandon, and he didn't care. And he was a beast. And that's, if you've ever seen, what's it called? Black Panther. If you've ever seen it.
Like Wakanda Forever, Black Panther?
When the Jabari tribe, when he did that, right? And he said, Malfa! Phil Malfa!
Phil Malfa.
That's my man.
I like it.
I just think he's a beast in the backfield. And if Klubnik and if Clemson they need a big season out of Malfa. Okay. But the one I'm watching, the player that was my honorable mention. is Nico Iliamaleva.
Ooh, I like that one. I like that one.
There's a lot riding on his shoulders. A lot. He's got big money.
Big money.
He's one of the ones that could do the what's his name? Well, more than that, he can do the what's
Manziel.
Manziel. He's one of he can do a lot of that if he gets busy this year. But I'm watching him because they've got a lot of expectations, and Tennessee has been very similar to the Penn State stepchild.
Yeah,
for a little bit, win a big one, come back and fall flat on their face. Right, trick it off. So yeah, that's me.
I also am in the SEC. I also have a quarterback wearing orange, Quinn Ewers.
I knew you was going to do that.
Texas making the jump to the SEC. All the preseason hype. Man, Quinn Ewers got to be good if Texas wants to stay Texas.
That's a fact.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. And I think he also wants to be gone because it's a weak. To me, it's a weak quarterback draft.
A lot of names. No one you're sure about.
But I think you want to be the top dog in that conversation. And so there's on top of jumping in, everybody's already hating on you because you're getting more attention than SEC teams. Not Quinn Ewers, but Texas.
Yeah.
Like, how are you stepping into our playing field? You ain't even Southeast, my boy. That's like moving into the new. That's like you moving in to South Central from Compton, and you don't even and you step on the scene and you like, I'm here, my boy, and they looking at you like, boy, you wasn't even born here. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how you act like him here in our territory? That's how it is. That's like Stricky stepping into Omaha, and they didn't like Stricky in Omaha at first. They did not like Stricky. They like, who's this Bellevue kid? All he talking, he ain't nothing until I step in the gym with him, and then they had to change their mind. So that's what it's like though, and that's how I think SEC teams are gonna try to beat the brakes off. They're going now. See, Oklahoma's trying to ride just kind of under the waves right now. They ain't really doing a lot of talk. But boy, oh boy, I bet
Texas can't help itself.
Bet your teams is trying to. They can't wait to see Texas on the field.
Agreed. Let's take a break there. We'll call up Brian Munson of Husker Online. Nebraska gets a flip in the wide receiver room. What else is on Brian's mind in recruiting? All that and more ahead as we continue on the block.
Keep summer green with Judson Baleen and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install 'em and forget 'em outfit long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Have an anniversary coming up? I've got you covered. Celebrate your love with the timeless elegance of jewelry. This anniversary, give the gift of sapphires, emeralds, rubies, or gold. Find the perfect piece that reflects the beauty and depth of your commitment. Whether it's your first anniversary or your 50th, surprise your loved one with a gem as beautiful and rare as she is. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to MWRbuildingandfence.com.
The 2024 Nebraska football season is here, and we need you to be a part of the Sea of Red Memorial Stadium this fall. A limited number of Husker football single-game tickets are on sale now and are only available while supplies last. Don't miss out on any of the action this season by getting yours before it's too late. To purchase your Husker football single-game tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Power outages can impact traffic lights. If you come across a non-functioning traffic light, treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Learn more safety tips at les.com/safety.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block, brought to you by NEPCO. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you. We go to our VIP line, brought to you by Aloe Fiber, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. We welcome in Brian Munson of Husker Online. Brian, breaking news. The Bills have signed Ben DiNucci. Is the Josh Allen era over in Buffalo?
No, but the Mitch Trubisky era might be a little bit on might be a little bit in trouble. I mean, he missed a wide open receiver in the end zone in the second quarter. Josh only got three drives. I think when he tucked it and ran it that last time, it was like, okay, like you're getting a little bit too competitive there, brother. You can go ahead and take a seat now for the rest of the game. But I didn't think Trubisky looked like he had it. Not sure how much it was weighing on him, maybe in the back of his mind that he was playing against, the team that drafted him, like sometimes those guys want to kind of go out there and get them to kind of think about things. I mean, I don't know what they'd be thinking about. They've got their number one pick, playing for them too. So, I think Trubisky's time in Buffalo could be limited right now.
Hey, B Months, what's going on, my friend? You all right?
What's up, buddy?
Good. You're going to get Stricky throw a couple at you. One's probably a shorter answer, and the other will be a little bit longer, and you take your pick as how you decide you're going to answer these. But for me, what's going on up in Pittsburgh has been very interesting. Obviously, the injury with Russell Wilson, and then you have Justin Fields that steps in, having a great camp. And then what's the importance of these preseason type of games? Because he absolutely did not look bad. He looked like he fell back into some of his old habits, holding the ball a little bit too long, taking sacks. Just didn't look as good and as crisp as what I saw in some of his practice videos of making throws and looking good. What's your thought on that and how that may pan out in going forward?
Well, you definitely feel like Fields is the long-term, kind of answer there in Pittsburgh, at least. Maybe the way that they would want it to play out is you give Russell his year or two, you give, a very similar type of player, and Fields to kind of go back and learn some good things. Maybe it's about about the things that go into what makes him into being a professional. Not just on the field but away from it. The film, the study, the working hard, the things he does to take care of his body, etc. There's all sorts of things, of course, that go into that, and maybe those are some of the knocks that I don't know personally about Fields, but it could be definitely something that he would want to potentially pick up from him. I think Fields has got one of those things, obviously, where you're very repetitive in your practices, and you're looking for certain things to kind of develop in front of you. It's almost like it's predictive, right? It's almost to like where, that they should be looking here and throwing this, and, we're going to give you 1 or 2 or 3 different looks here, and you're going to read this, you're going to read that guy, you're going to read this thing. And when you take that away, that control, and you put him into a game environment, I think that's where Fields, kind of loses some confidence, maybe loses some concentration, I guess is maybe the best way of kind of saying it. But he's a tremendous athlete, and he's maybe trying to be a little bit too much of the guy that maybe some people hope that he can be, to kind of hang out there in that pocket, because he's dangerous. He's Jalen Hurts-esque, when it comes to tucking it and running it. He is one of the most, dangerous players in the NFL. When he decides he's going to tuck it and run it, he can go out there and make some big gainers. And I think that would peak those plays that you mentioned, like, holding it for too long, taking those sacks, coverage sacks, pressure gets home, etc. Could take some of that stuff away if he would just go ahead and flash it a little bit. But maybe they're a little bit, Nebraska right now too, with not wanting to kind of, do too much with that quarterback, because they've already got one guy that's banged up.
There it is. Here's the second part of the question, because we know with the new rule changes now, the staff has been able to be extended beyond the 10 assistant staff that Nebraska has been consistently having. There was an addition that was added, and that person's name was Jamar Mosey, who is Lee Summit North's winningest coach in history. But he had a son, and his son's name is Isaiah Mosey. And the young man has decommitted and now flipped to Nebraska. What is that say about Nebraska outside of the fact, is it just great coaching strategy, or is it that Nebraska has something that they have to offer, and the messaging is starting to get through for what they've been able to land? Talk to me.
Well, I tell you what, couple of really good things there. I mean, number one, I think that Mosey has a connection, with Raiola, with TJ Lateef, for that matter, going back to his official visit in April. In June, and I know that those guys are definitely connected. I think that, to get Jamar Mosey, to come back from UCF is really a coup by Coach Rule. And you kind of touched on it, because this is a guy that, he understands the Midwest. He played for Oklahoma. I mean, this is a guy that's got all sorts of ties all the way back into the high school, from his playing days in high school to playing football in Norman, to having several different jobs, varying jobs in the Kansas City area, which obviously is a market Nebraska is very desperate to get a stronghold or a foothold in at all. Right. They need a guy like Mosey to go ahead and walk through the door of the school, and then just have people sit up and go, "Coach," like this. And just, it's one of those things where you just it's a comfortability where you put a guy like that into your high school. And this guy I know will take care of you, because I know what he did with his high school players, all the Williams Nwernies and the other players that he's produced over the years. I mean, he has really developed some talent out of his high school. So high school program. So, yes, absolutely. I think this is huge, because I think him coming back to Nebraska shows how serious he thinks Matt Rule is about turning things around. And I think that Isaiah, to know that he felt the family vibe at Nebraska, even before Dad joined the team up there, that, he knew the culture had changed. And now that Dad was there, I feel like it was just the icing on the cake. And really, that's what you could almost, like I was trying to hint around it, like, this thing's going to happen. It's going to happen very, very quickly. So it's a great fit for he and his dad.
Is there a player that you've seen in Nebraska history there, or maybe even a pro comp that Isaiah Mosey reminds you of?
It's a good one. Nothing off the top of my head. Here's what I like about him. Let me just go ahead and just go there, and maybe some folks will probably throw some things out to you over the chat line and stuff like that, or maybe tweet at us a little bit. I love the fact that he is not just your line him up in one spot kind of guy. He's the kind of guy that Nebraska is going to find ways to line up outside, inside. They're going to put him in motion. They're going to make defenses account for him all over the football field. He's the kind of guy right there that you put him in motion because of the danger and the mismatches that he creates, as he is motioning across that line of scrimmage. That is a very dangerous individual, to where he can catch things in tight spaces, make plays to get out of it, make big gainers, and then he can also, take the top off of the defense. He can stretch the football field. He's very consistent. Caught for over 1,000 yards last year. Actually, a really good defender too. Over a little bit underrated in that area too. I really like his film playing defense as well. But I really feel like that's kind of a complete guy that you can put him in the room and he can do a little bit of everything for you. And I think that obviously really helps out a guy like McGuire, that, you've got guys that are really more traditional X, really guys that are more traditional Z, more guys that are traditional slot guys. You can just go ahead, and I think there's a big similarity between all three of the guys that are in the class currently with Bryson Hayes and Jackson Carpenter. They're very similar. They're built similarly that way. They're all 10.5, 10.6, 10.7 guys, really quick, 21 mile an hour guys that you could put on the treadmill, and just let them kind of do things and get some mismatches. They all have different kind of physical traits and explosiveness. It's a nice little group of wide receivers they've got right now.
More Percy Harvin or more Deebo Samuel?
Ooh, I'd say Percy Harvin. That's a good one. I tell you what, if you want a Deebo comparison, go look up Michael Terry III. Michael Terry III, to me, that's a young Deebo Samuel. I hate keep saying that, because Deebo, to me, he's one of the funnest players in the NFL to watch.
Yeah.
Period. I am not a 49er fan by any stretch of the imagination, but that dude right there, I will tune in and watch him any day. That guy's incredible.
You weren't wrong about our text line and comment section throwing out some names. One person said Wan'Dale Robinson. One person said Tyjon Lindsey. Either of those stand out?
Oh, I like the Lindsey one. So I was going to go Robinson. And maybe it just goes back to the misuse potentially under the Frost era, of him putting him at running back. But really, if you went back to the Wildcat days when he went to Kentucky, and maybe what he's doing more with the New York Giants, I think that's really probably a pretty good fit too. I'm just hesitant to call him that, obviously, because of what he was at Nebraska, which was the best player on the offensive side of the football, that they tried to get the ball, in his hands every single snap. And unfortunately, it meant playing running back, which wasn't a great fit. And didn't mean to have, leave a lot of tread on the tires potentially. So I like both of those guys. I just more Wan'Dale after he left Lincoln.
Makes sense. You've been writing a little bit about the junior days that Nebraska's had, some 2026 guys. One of them I appreciated your write-up on was Hudson Parliament, offensive lineman from Valley, South Dakota. What did people need to know about Hudson Parliament?
Really a talented dude. I think he's got Nebraska, very high on his list, if not right at the top. Took a visit last year to the Purdue game, has been back to Nebraska twice since, is looking at another visit, very early in the fall season. These are the kind of guys right here, and this is how you're going to kind of see it kind of come together, right? When you're bringing that 2026 guy back. And it's, it's Colorado. It's, some other game that's very, very early on the calendar, and it's their 4th visit to Nebraska. And Nebraska has a couple visits on the next, closest school. That's how you're going to start to see that separation. And basically, the development of the relationship. You're going to get those guys back for an early junior day again in January, February. Then you'll have the April opening things up, spring practice. Let's get you scheduled now for an official visit, whether that's spring game or the last visit in the month of June. But that's how you're going to see this thing kind of come together. That's the pattern. And I think that's really important to kind of start watching now, because everybody, I keep harping on it, and it's just, I think people are starting to see it a little bit, but 2026 guys are going to be all the rage, as things start out, those first 3 games, the home game, they're going to fill the sidelines with those 2026 guys. They have to, because this is where the relationships are really starting. And these are the only opportunities that these guys will have to basically see game days, because they will be committing in that June, July timeframe in 2025. So you got to go ahead and get these guys on campus now. And this is really, really valuable time.
Let's end with the 2025 guy whose name has been brought up on this program. You've written plenty about him. Christian Jones says he's going to take his commitment into the fall, says he plans to commit probably 3 games into the season. Any update for where the Huskers sit with the in-state linebacker product?
I reported, in Tunnel Talk, or actually earlier last week, that, it was really Nebraska, Oklahoma, and Miami was making a bit of a push. I think that Nebraska still is in a solid position. I kind of give Oklahoma an advantage here, I think. I think that however, Nebraska just missed out on Will Hawthorne. I'm sure Nebraska is really making sure that, that Christian Jones, ends up being a Husker. I'm sure the pressure and the attention has been dialed up since then. Not that it probably wasn't before, but I'm sure that he feels, he's feeling it right now. But I think that, that he's always kind of said mid-September, that's going to be kind of it. You watch out maybe for something. Here's a little bit of a curveball, because we're only talking about 3 teams right now. Watch to see if he takes an official visit to Wisconsin. That may be the only thing that could be like a curveball kind of situation right now. But I feel like OU's slightly in front. I think Nebraska is right there, but Wisconsin would have an opportunity, I think, to get him up to Madison for an official visit if they wanted it in early September.
How important is Christian Jones for Nebraska, having lost even a guy like Dawson Merritt to Alabama?
He's huge. I mean, he's a versatile guy. I think he's, when you take a look at him though, a little bit, at the next level, he probably projects more to play. He's going to play some inside. He'll still get some outside action. He can be a pin your ears back, kind of guy and get after him. He's not going to be like, that prototypical 6'4", 6'5" guy with really, really long arms, but he's an incredible athlete. He has explosiveness, and he has all the speed and the tools off the side, that he's on the field. It's just that he's not going to tape out like the next guy. He's not going to have those hands, that arm length, that wingspan, etc. But I think that he's a gamer, and there are those types. It's just, to get into that green room, Thursday night, wherever they're having the NFL draft, you have to have both. But you can still be a successful guy and not have the ideal dimensions, of a top flight NFL guy or what they're looking for, on paper. But you can still be incredibly successful at the collegiate level without having all of those, paper tiger type of dimensions.
That's Brian Munson of Husker Online. He's our guest on our VIP line, brought to you by Aloe Fiber. Check out Brian's work at Husker Online. Definitely worth a subscription as we get closer to the start of football season officially. But the off season, obviously, Brian's been in the lab writing plenty as well. Follow him on Twitter. Make sure that's where you get a lot of the insight as well. Brian, I will pour one out to the end, or the probable end of the Mitchell Trubisky era, and raise that same glass up for Ben DiNucci with you.
Well, I appreciate that. And in the lab, there's a big thing coming up on 3 and Out. So be tuned in for that Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning. Husker
There it
Online,
is.
part of the On3 network. Brian, as always, appreciate it. Have a good one, man.
See you guys.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Okay.
Good
Wednesday.
stuff.
Wednesday.
Love it. Love
Wednesday.
it. B goes, B. When B gets excited, that means we're almost near because he's excited.
He's hyped. He's fired
Yeah,
up.
he's ready.
We're getting there. One segment to go. It's the crossover. That's how we'll wrap up on the block. NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk commitment. And what better way to do that than with some shiny, sparkly jewelry? Am I right? Now, I'm not suggesting you have to rush, but if you're considering making a significant move, do your planning. We offer financing and payment plans. Lock down your selection with confidence. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Power outages can impact traffic lights. If you come across a non-functioning traffic light, treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Learn more safety tips at les.com/safety.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $25.60 per hour, which grows to $30.12 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $34.51 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacations for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Bill Bush here for Hefty Seed Company, who wants you to know about their summer meeting on Wednesday, August 21st. You know how deeply I care about ag, so I'm locked into these topics for the meeting, including input costs for the 2025 growing season, weed control, fertility, seed traits, new varieties, herbicide, and crop protection pricing, and all industry news. RSVP today, heftyseed.com/store meetings, or call 402-646-2040. It's the Hefty Agronomy Meeting at Harvest Hall at Seward County Fairground on Wednesday, August 21st, from 1 to 2:30 with lunch at 12:30. Free lunch. Don't miss it.
Have you ever gotten a car deal so good that you can brag about for decades? This is that deal. The government has given us a $4,000 in instant credit on vehicles already at the historically lowest prices. Cars that were over $50,000 just 2 years ago are now selling below $20,000. See the deals here and drive away the car of your dreams at a price you never thought possible. Go to 4000off.com, 400off.com to learn more.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more, all at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here during On the Block. We do be.
We
back.
We back?
We back.
Man,
we
back, are we back with somebody?
Who's to your left?
I can barely see him, though. He needs to slide.
There we go.
Slide to the right.
Get your cameras right,
Slide
Jack.
to the right. No, it won't. I'd be out. You try to kick me out, Jay? You know
No,
what?
I said get the cameras right.
I've been working on it.
Jay, if you don't slide to the right,
Yeah.
like do the dance, the
Yeah.
shuffle, then you kick me out the front.
Oh, my bad. Then I'll stay over here then. I'm right here. Then we both in there.
Yeah, now
we
we in the mix. That little slide, just that little dip.
See, that's called being a good teammate.
That's the part. That's the part. But check this out. I got something for you, Jay Foreman.
What's up?
You ready?
I am ready.
We want y'all to tune in and stay tuned every day. But Thursday, I got a guess.
Who you got?
It's a good one.
In studio during On the Block?
He's going to be not in studio, but he's going to be on.
Who is it?
Andre Woolrich. My rival. You're gonna
rehash it?
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. Plus, he's an Iowa Hawkeye. We're gonna talk Big Ten basketball. We'll talk a little bit of that. And he played overseas in France. We'll talk a little bit about that.
The Frenchies are coming, man.
So we're gonna have a good one, man, on Thursday. And guess what day it is?
Thirsty Thursday. Eric Strickland holiday.
Boy. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm back now.
No need. Hey, this is going to be fun. LeBron or Curry, Olympic MVP? Who's more deserving?
You already know who we think.
I'd probably go Curry.
Ooh, Jay Foreman, upset of the century. There it is, Tricky. Now you're probably going.
I'd probably go Curry.
Jay Foreman,
but you can't lose with either
almost
one.
fainted. That's the part.
But I would probably go Curry just because.
Isn't it good while we have him in here?
He was the difference maker in the last two games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I go Curry.
He hates that. I know he does.
No, I think overall, but I would tell you this: overall, from start to finish, I would go Bron.
Do you be listening to the show?
No.
Jay,
I do something. I mean, I do what I can.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but
Jay,
I don't get my answer from
UNITY. UNITY. That's for unity. The stuff I said. How did I say it?
Just like that.
Just like that. See, that's what I'm saying. Me and you, man, we like peas in the pod.
That's right.
But
we
see,
down like four flat
you
tires.
don't like it because I don't like LeBron.
That's your. Listen, no matter what your opinion is, that I don't hold personal grudges like that against people.
Yeah, we can't, man. Look, you know,
I can like LeBron and still love Jordan. I can love Jordan and still love LeBron.
CMB.
I can still love Kobe and have respect for Kobe and still love LeBron.
CMB, Cash Money Brothers.
Yeah,
we all we got.
Yeah, all of them are great. When you up there trying to like decide between all them dudes, there is no wrong answer. There is no wrong answer.
If you understand what I just said, hook your boy up on the Sauter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. CMB, we all we got.
Ain't that the truth?
Am I my brother's keeper?
Did Jokic have a case even though Serbia only got bronze?
Good question.
To
For
win
what?
MVP.
Negative.
It led the Olympics in points, rebounds, assists, and steals.
Not even in the debate.
You ain't win, and you ain't getting. Bron was better than that. You was a one-man show over there. That might work up in Denver, and the NBA. It ain't working in the Olympics playoff. Stay over there with that. Ride your horses too, Jack. And I love the Joker. It ain't happening. Next. Just like a haircut. I already gave you a Southside fade. I can give you the taper fade next.
Team USA or France the favorite in 28?
Ooh. Good question.
I'm gonna tell you what. If the four horsemen ain't playing, them Frenchies are coming.
They coming, my boy.
I mean,
they coming, my boy.
And they got a young kid that's like 17 years old that actually is a little bit more physically developed than Wemby.
And
if
Wemby's got a brother too.
And if they come down there, boy, listen, it's gonna be the Eiffel. They're gonna play a 2-3 zone and be 6'10", 7'2", 7'5", and 7'3". You ain't getting in there.
And anything that comes off the rim or on the rim is getting put in.
You ain't getting in the lane.
Either getting swatted out or getting put in. That's how long.
I just don't think the depth of. Now I will tell you this though.
This depth was good. This team.
I'm just with the four that are gone.
Talk about the fill-in. Talk about the four fill-in. Who is it?
I don't know.
Jalen Brunson, I know one.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Brown. Grant Hill said if he wants in, he's in consideration.
Kyrie? Does Kyrie fill in?
Yeah.
Jalen Brown. I know Jalen Brown.
Kyrie, but you need somebody that can get you a bucket.
Who can't get Kyrie can get you a bucket?
No, I mean like a bigger guy.
Paulo.
Ooh. Paulo
Banchero.
Paulo Banchero is not American. He's Puerto Rican.
You could get
he thought about playing for Team Italy because his mom's Italian.
Oh, he's Italian.
Yeah, I could see him. No, he got that. He got
that dog.
And he is savage.
Yeah, he got that dog in him.
He got that savage. But they gotta get.
So
they gotta
I say
get
Tatum steps up and fills KD type of role. I think Jalen Brown comes in.
Tatum's playing more Bron. He's playing more Bron.
Tatum is a nice number 2 or number 3, but is thought of as a number 1. He's not a savage, man. If you at this point in your career and you ain't 100% alpha, you ain't gonna get it, man. It's either you are or you ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Either you in or you out.
Right.
Now you can become a little bit more, but man, you've had every opportunity and you got all the athletic ability.
So we got Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown, and give me 2 more.
They better not have Karl Anthony Towns in there.
Oh my Lord, please no.
Minnehaha's finest.
You might get Chet.
He's sus.
They're gonna get.
I still think he's sus.
He can. I like him though as a Wemby factor. I just want to see them two go at it.
Cat against Wemby?
No,
Chet.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Chet. See, and Chet's a savage too.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
yeah.
3. Give me 1 more.
Cooper.
You could put him, but I like
Cooper Flag.
Hell no. No, Cooper might get you. He might be the Leitner factor. He might be kind of one of them.
Cooper don't know no better, but Cooper ain't ready for that.
Give him 4 years, he will be.
He ain't ready. he ain't ready for that.
How about this? Jalen Williams of the Thunder.
Cooper needs to go to Southside Chicago and spend the summer before he tries to play with them Europeans. Them Europeans are they gangsters over there, man. I'm telling you.
That's a fact.
That it's way more physical than the NBA.
Them French boys was like, I don't give a. They was on
played,
LeBron.
What's
the Goyer?
Gershon.
Yeah. Ooh, I like him. I don't know why.
You like him because he dunked on Bron.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah, they were trying to get at Bron, but you seen what happened though. When you know what he did? He said, "I'm gonna go at your best player." He took a coast to coast, deboed him out there. And just he said, "I'm just gonna let you know." He said, "I let you," but no, he just ran him straight over.
No, he hit him with that boom and spun, and then.
But he just let you know okay, we ain't playing games with you no more.
But
the Frenchies are coming.
The Frenchies is
and don't sleep on Germany either.
Ooh,
Canada.
God.
Canada. I don't know what happened with Bloodline. I ain't got a text back yet.
He disappeared.
Bloodline is Bloodline. Here's where Bloodline is not fully Bloodline. Okay. He doesn't have that eye of the tiger when I look at you that I'm thinking some stuff. When I'm looking at you like this, like at something
rising up,
I'm thinking like 3 steps ahead. I'm saying like, okay, like if I accidentally ended your life, where could I get rid of you at? Where can I take you to a pig farm? Bloodline up there. He could like you let Shea Alexander call you out on the internet.
Whoa. Yeah.
See, that's the problem, man. You got too many people play these internet games. Like, comes a time, a point with me, I'm done talking. Because, I mean, I'm almost 50, but like, hey, look, bro, if I apologize, if you don't accept it, then if you keep talking, then I'm done talking. So that does not going to work. These 2 guys up there, you got 2 guys that are supposed to be ascending. You got one guy that's taking off like a rocket ship.
Like an Elon Musk rocket.
Right. And just like that. And then their games match up perfectly together, at least in
the
theory.
other one's like fire July the 4th.
Looked like he didn't feel like playing. You know what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened though.
What?
The 10 guys that played out of the 10 guys that played for Canada, 9 of them were focused. One was not focused.
One was on. He was up there trying to get Frenchies.
Yeah.
Honey dips.
His bloodline. He didn't. I don't think he really cared about the Olympics quite like Shea did.
Yeah.
And that's just apparent.
Yeah.
And that's what the reaction came. All jokes aside. Yeah. And that's a big part of it too.
Good stuff.
Does KD play one final Olympics in LA? He'll be 39.
If KD plays, Bron playing.
At 40?
If KD plays, Bron playing. The most unstoppable force is when he gets it from that free throw line and goes to the next. There is not a man walking the face of the earth that can stop it. Period. Now, he might not be starting and then he coming off the bench and be the closer, because when you get in the
he's not a closer. No, stop it.
He ain't a closer.
Who? Bron?
Bron is a closer.
KD.
He's saying Bron.
They
KD's
both
the
closer.
there.
No, sir.
Oh, he's not? Who has
Bron
the most?
I'm
gonna ask you this: who has the most game-winning shots in NBA history?
Bro, that's only because he's done it so much, but his record is
hold
garbage.
on. Time out. He's taking less shots than other people. Who has the most shots in NBA history under 2 minutes? We went through this. Do we got to go through this again?
Yeah,
we had to
bring the
hold on.
We're hitting the music.
We had the peace treaty, but now we can break
receipts, my boy.
So now we got to break the No, you know what? You know what, Strick? You know what, Strick? It's Monday. I'm just going to extend the peace treaty. I'm not going to go there because it's football season. We're going to save this till later. I'm highly disappointed.
I will bring out the 4 quarter stats.
Go ahead.
In the Olympics and show you.
Yeah. Who beat South Sudan? Oh, the faces of what? What? Because KD hit one shot that LeBron did the right thing and gave it to him? Exactly.
Football season, Huskers, Memorial Stadium.
That haterade.
NFL.
Boy, I'm looking forward to the Buffalo Bills getting busy this year.
Ben DiNucci in the house, Jay.
That haterade is flowing.
Dang, boy, the Bills.
You know what? I'm
looking forward to them winning the championship.
I'm pulling for Woolridge. I'm gonna listen to that Thursday.
Gloves are coming up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Strick versus Dre.
Yeah.
There it
Woolrich, I got your back.
2:30 on Thursday. You will not want
I'm
to
your
miss
brother.
it. You will not want to miss old school.
I'm
This has
Nino
been On the
Brown.
Block.
He's G Money.
On the Block brought to you by Nevco. Old money, G money.
Go ahead, Woolrich. What
Old
high
school.
school did he go
Next.
to?
Power outages can impact traffic lights. If you come across a non-functioning traffic light, treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Learn more safety tips at les.com/safety.